Hi, welcome to Juice Bar. Today we're gonna mix a 1910 cocktail. So the 1910 cocktail, it's a mixed base cocktail developed by Ezra Starr in 2014 in Boston. The name comes from the 1910 Mexican Revolution. I don't know why. Maybe because it's a revolution of flavors, mixing cognac and mezcal. Let's find out. We're gonna start out with 2 dishes of Peugeot bitters, Creole style bitters, a bit of anise flavor. Tasty. Then we go on with 15 milliliters of Luxardo Maraschino. Love my Luxardo Maraschino. It's gonna add the touch of sweetness that we need. And of course it's always great when you combine it with Antica Formula, our sweet vermouth, and which we have new today. Need to open it. And just like in a red hook, the combination of maraschino and red vermouth, it's supposed to be delicious. Now, actually, as for the red hook, the 1910 calls for the Punta Mes, really. But I don't have a Punta Mes, and as I checked out in my red hook episode, I don't think it makes much difference. Actually, I might prefer just the Antica Formula anyway, so I'm gonna go with that. 30 milliliters of Antica Formula. And then for our main spirits, which are gonna be a mix of cognac, 22.5 milliliters. I use the Hennessy as my cheap go-to cognac, which is decent. Most of the time I think the nuances of the cognac get lost in a cocktail, and in this case might get lost too, as we are gonna mix it with some mezcal, which has a smoky flavor. This is mezcal ajal, and let's see, this is a bit hot. I'm gonna leave in a tiny bit. Let's get some ice, and today I have it here. So I don't have to turn. What a genius move on my part. Let's get... On the other side it gets a bit warmer, the ice, leaving it here outside, so I don't know. In this case I was careful to not take too much time before mixing it, so I think we are fine. And let's give this a good stir. As a preparation for this cocktail, I watch myself duck, you sucker, or also called a fistful of dynamite, or also called Once Upon a Time in Revolution, which is a 1971 movie by Sergio Leone. It's a Zapata Western about the 1910 Mexican Revolution, and it's known as a lesser Sergio Leone movie, and I would have to say I agree with that assessment. The movie has some problem, both in the script. I read that Sergio Leone didn't really want to make it, and so he jumped from one director to the other, and the end result has still some of the touches of genius of Sergio Leone, but I don't know. I think the story is a bit of a mess, the characters are not as compelling as the ones in his other Western movies. The music is great, the music is amazing, but for example the editing, I checked the editing is done by the usual Sergio Leone editor, but it seems like it's not done as well. There are some transition, some cuts that you say like, wait, where are we now? What happened now? Oh, what's up? I don't know. Bit confusing. And James Coburn acting a bit questionable. On the other side, Rod Steiger, really good. But that's the only good actor in the movie. Also, the whole story is framed on one side by really questionable, like really awful rape by one of the main characters. And it's closed by threesome. Really weird choices. Don't know about that, man. But now I'm curious to revisit maybe some of the other Zapata Western from some lesser director, like Damiano Damiani or Sergio Corbucci. And about Sergio Corbucci, I just saw a documentary where Quentin Tarantino made a long interview about all his movies, and some of his movies sounds really interesting. Never saw any of those anyway. But I digress. Let's strain with our julep strainer in our chilled coupe, our 1910. And let's finish by expressing some orange peel. Shun, shun, shun. Shun, shun. Shun, shun. And 1910. Cheers. Really excellent. I love this style of cocktail. I've been in love with Manhattan for some time now, and my favorite variation of Manhattan, I will say it's probably a Red Hook, because it combines two of my favorite things, maraschino and red vermouth. And in this case we have the same combination associated with some interesting mezcal brandy combo. This combo, it's interesting, it's good. And because the brandy is kind of a lighter, I don't know, it has a bit of wood, but it's a bit more high on the acidity mark in my opinion, as a base spirit, while the mezcal is really deep and smoky, and I think they combine great together. Let me have one more sip so I can give you more interesting comments. Yeah, I really like the cognac combines with red vermouth in the background, while on top you feel the smoke of a mezcal. It's a really good variation on a classic combination, and I quite like it. I don't know about the orange peel. Yeah, but again, my oranges are not good. That's why I cannot really feel the orange expression. Can't wait to go to Italy. Just a few more days. But this is a really good cocktail. Highly suggested. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, comment down below, share with anybody you like and you don't like. Steal yourself a drink, by then do whatever you want. And hopefully I will see you next time. Cheers! Just one more thing about the 1910 Mexican Revolution. One of the main reasons was because the people wanted an agrarian land reform. And since I heard about it in high school, I always felt like, I don't know, it was one of the really interesting and concrete objective of a revolution. And they actually obtain it somehow, which is also quite rare in a revolution. But what I think is important is that I would like a land reform in Tokyo today, because anybody who owns like a small square of land is rich. Just the land, man. Whoever gets the land might not have to work his whole life. And some of this land you see around here in Tokyo, which is valued incredible amount of money, it's unused because these people have so much land and they don't give a shit. And I don't know. I would really approve a land reform, so we split all the land between the people that actually live in Tokyo. Does this sound a bit too socialist, revolutionary? Maybe. But sometimes you really wonder, man. Anyway, this was good. Shum shum. Shum shum. Shum shum. Shum shum.